Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and you've heard that almost 1,000 times because I've probably said it more than that. And this is the 1,000th video here on FroKnowsPhoto.com, and that is a lot of videos. When I started out, who knows? I don't know what I was thinking. All I knew was let's make some fun and informative content, put it out there for the people to see and learn from, and to basically just have some fun doing it. And it's obviously taken on a life of its own. And I will say this as a word of like wisdom and things for you guys at home and just for everybody in general. I started with 0 subscribers. That's right, 0. And that was 2 years ago, well, probably a little less, 2 months less than that. So 22 months ago with 0 subscribers. And now there's over 83,000 subscribers on YouTube for these videos. And that's a humbling thing. That's amazing. And it just shows you that if you really have an idea to do something, just put your mind to it, just do it, accomplish it, do whatever it takes to make it happen. And that's what I did. I just focused on making quality content that was fun and informative, and you guys started watching. And that means a ton. And I want to thank everybody that's been involved with this in one way or another. There's so many people to thank that I'm just going to say, you know who you are. And then it comes down to all of you guys who are watching. And I owe a big, big, huge thank you to all of you guys who have watched either from day one or who have just found a new video yesterday. Thank you for coming here and watching these videos and checking out the website and participating in any way that you can. And that's great. So there is something for you to look at that is something I did in 2008 where I was attempting to make a video for a website that never launched. I was dabbling in sitting in front of the camera and doing something, and you can click on the screen now. I recommend that you wait till the very end. Actually, I'm just going to say it's at the very end because I'd like you to watch the rest of this video because I've got something cool for you. But it's a pretty interesting video of me really bad in front of the camera. But I'm going to show it to you to show you where I started and now where we're at today. So you can see that at the very end. So what I thought would be very, very interesting. Oh, before I say what's going to be very interesting. So that's 1,000 videos. This is 1,000 videos. Will there be 1,000 more? I don't know. I hope so. I'm working on a lot of different things on this end to not fully change things up, but to make things different, to make things a little better, to make it less predictable. So I've got some things that I've been working on for the past couple months that hopefully I can bring out sometime soon that you guys will be very, very happy with. So this is what I'd like you guys to do. I've been wanting to see you. Who are you guys out there that watch, and where are you in the world? So what I would like you to do is film yourself saying this. Now don't repeat what I say. Insert your information there. And this is what I'd like to see. I'd like to see videos where somebody's sitting there and I'll be the person and I say, my name is Jared Polin, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I shoot RAW. It would be really cool to see videos of you guys saying who you are, where you're from, and that you shoot RAW. Upload it as a video response to this 1,000th video, and then I'm going to try to put together a compilation video of all of you guys saying this stuff. We'll get it cut together, and the more we have, the better it's going to be, and it's just going to be cool so I can actually see who you guys are out there, because I don't really get to visually interact with you in person unless you come to a Frodo walk or a boot camp or whatnot. I really just see names on occasions and comments, and it's really cool to see who you are. So my name is Jared Polin, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I shoot RAW. Love to see what you guys have to say about it, or like to see you guys say that, and then upload it as a video response. And maybe I'll have some prizes that I pick for the coolest ones. Go to a cool location if you want, or just sit in front of your camera, cut it up, put it up here as a video response, and it will be really great to see, so that I can just see where you're at in the world and everybody else can see where you are in the world. So again, thank you very much for being a part of this 1,000 videos. There's no way I could have done it without you guys watching and participating and just giving out the positive vibes and thoughts to keep it going forward. And that's definitely what keeps me going. Just want to keep creating have fun with it, keep helping photographers out there all around the world, whether they're just starting now or started a long time ago and just looking for better information. So a big thank you to everybody in the whole community that's been involved from top to bottom. There you have it. This is 1,000 videos. Hopefully, we've got another 1,000 or more on their way. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. A little bit about some of Nikon's professional lenses, and yeah. Hello, I'm Jared Polin, and welcome to ProPhoto101.com. Today I want to talk a little bit about, Today I'd like to go over some of the lenses that I'd like to talk about some of the Nikon lenses that are in my bag today. Just a brief overview here. We have the 16mm 2.8 fisheye. We have the 50mm 1.4, 85 1.4, 105 macro VR 2.8, 14 to 24 2.8, the 24 to 70 2.8, 70 to 200 2.8 VR, as well as a 300 2.8. Hello, my name is Jared Polin. Welcome to ProPhoto101.com. Today I want to talk a little bit about Hello, my name is Jared Polin, and I want to welcome you to ProPhoto101.com. I want to go over today some of the Nikon professional lenses that I have in my bag. A brief overview. We have the 16mm 2.8. We have the 50 1.4, 85 1.4, 105 VR, 14 to 24 2.8, 24 to 70 2.8, 70 to 200 2.8, and the 300 2.8. I'd like to start with the Nikon 16mm fisheye, and a lens that was originally designed for a film camera, but being that the D3 came out, you needed a fisheye on it, and this is one of the better fisheye lenses you can use for that with that camera. Here we have Nikon's first foray into the full frame camera mode, and we have the Nikon D3. What more can you say about a camera that does just about everything you wish it could do? I mean, you have a 3-inch screen that blows the Canons out of the water, being that it is about 700,000 pixels better than any of the Canon screens. You have dual card slots for compact flash, which is just amazing when you're shooting, and you overflow from one to the next when you're shooting RAW, which is what you should be shooting in. Something that shoots 9 frames a second. It just, everything about it is amazing. You know, you pick up this camera, and if you've shot a pro camera before, you know how to use it. I mean, that's just the greatest thing about this camera, is you pick it up and you just start shooting, and it's like you've always been using it. Some other minor things that they added which were really good. Now they have rubber that's attached that covers up the different inputs on the camera, so you're not taking off the little screwy bobbers and losing them in the bottom of your bag, or they just fall off whenever. Other than that, it's a basic rundown of what the D3 does, but really if you need to ask what it does, you shouldn't own one, and we got one right here. Some of the lenses that I go around with, I like. Just want to go over the lenses that I carry around with me, starting with the 16 fisheye 2.8. I picked this lens up after I got my D3 because I needed a fisheye lens, and the 10.5 would work, but it would cut the camera down into DX mode, which I didn't want to do. So I basically traded a friend of mine my 10.5 fisheye for the 16 fisheye. With what I've used this lens for lately with this camera, I've noticed it's not the sharpest thing around the edges, but really who cares too much, just get the picture right in the first place. But other than that, pretty good lens, pretty good trade that I made there. That was worth it. Another lens I picked up a little while ago as I started to get into shooting primes is the 50mm 1.4. I like the 1.4 better than the 1.8 as it's built better. It's a professional lens. Not the fastest focusing, but you know, having a 1.4 in the bag that's a 50 on the D3 is amazing. This is an extremely sharp lens. The colors are tremendous out of this, and all in all, at $284 for this lens, it's a must-have for one of the best lenses that you can walk around with. I recently picked up the 85 1.4, which you've heard rumors about being updated to an AFS, which would be nice, a faster focusing lens, but all I have to say about this lens is when you shoot with this and you zoom in on the back of the camera, especially with this 3-inch screen, it is tack sharp. Really, it's just amazing how colorful and how sharp this lens is. You know, just no post-production, just straight out of the camera. This is a sharp, colorful lens. Also, recently traded in, I sold my old 105 macro. You hear people say that the old one was much better than the new one. It's better focusing and all of that stuff. But, you know, I really got a good deal on the VR 105 macro. It is a little bigger. It's a lot, you know, it's a lot thicker than the old one because it has to have the VR motors in there. But from what I've used, it's fast, it's stable, it's sharp. You know, has the nano coatings, which the camera takes great advantage of, and I just, all in all, I'm very happy with this lens and how fast it is focusing, and the macro is great. You know, when the D3 came out, they announced 2 new lenses. You had the 24-70 and the 14-24. The 24-70, I thought at first not to get it, but then I figured, you know, I'm going to get it anyway, and I need something in that middle range because there is no 24 or 28 1.4 yet. Maybe they'll come out with that. But this lens seems to be one of my go-to lenses now. I don't need to go to the 50-1.4 as much because this is great. It's sharp, it's colorful, and with the D3, sometimes when you need an extra stop, you just bump it from 2,000 to 2,500 or all the way up to 4,000, and you don't have to worry about noise because the camera is that good in low light. But all in all, this is a great lens. Even if you have a DX camera, this range is a great range to have on a DX when you multiply it. And here we have the 14-24 2.8, which is a tremendous lens. You know, around the edges when you shoot at 14, you get a little bit of bowing out, but this is fun to use. You know, back in the day, I used to shoot everything super tight, use the 70-200 or the 80-200 2.8 and shoot headshots as tight as they can be. But then you sit there and you go, you know, if I'm in Paris and I'm in front of the Eiffel Tower and I shoot a headshot, what's the point? You know, and that's when I started to get into wide angle. And really, when you can have a subject and show their surroundings and just everything that's going on, it's amazing. And this lens is the best one for it. And my phone is ringing. Hey, well,